Hi, I'm Ross Newman and you're watching Natural Aesthetics, the YouTube channel dedicated to drug-free bodybuilding. This is tier 3 of my 4-part bodyweight only fat loss circuit series. I'll put a link in the description box for the first two to check those out, and you can also check them out in the playlist section under fat loss circuits. This circuit is definitely a lot harder than the first two. You'll also be doing 4 rounds instead of 3, but it will still be very time effective. Should be finishing about 15 to 20 minutes at the most. Far more time effective than steady state cardio, which, as good as it is, can unfortunately be a bit time consuming. You're only ever really in a position where you're burning calories in place of time. You're trading the two. Whereas with this approach, not only are you burning calories, but you're also helping to improve your mobility, your fitness levels, your muscle conditioning, and you will really notice an improvement in your stomach conditioning from this, because so many of the exercises are torso heavy. Combine this with a slight calorie deficit and you'll see a nice reduction in body fat. I mean, it's 15 minutes, 3 times a week, really time effective. You have to do so much more on the treadmill to get the same kind of results. And as long as you schedule them in properly around the muscle building training sessions, I wouldn't do it right before, I'd do it straight after or on an off day. Then it won't interfere with your ability to add muscle mass in the gym. Unfortunately, I think we're facing a very real possibility of a second lockdown. If that does happen, then I want to be prepared, and I'll be doing these bodyweight circuits to minimise the amount of muscle wastage that occurs. As I mentioned before, if you've already been training for a few years, you've built up a decent amount of muscle mass, then these aren't going to build more muscle mass on your frame, but what they will do is really slow down the amount of muscle mass that you lose by not training in the gym. They'll be quite effective at that, and on top of that you get the added bonus of increasing your fitness, your mobility, and reducing body fat. So it's a win-win. Let's hope it doesn't come to that, but it kind of makes sense to start adding some of these circuits into your protocol here and there in replace of steady state cardio, or if you're not doing any cardio at all, then it's a win-win, isn't it? So thank you for watching. I appreciate your continued support. I'll ask for 15 likes again. If I get that, then I'll upload the 4th and final instalment to this series. Don't forget to subscribe as well to see more true natural bodybuilding content, and click on the bell icon to be made aware of any videos I upload automatically. Check out my Instagram, the link is in the description box below. The circuits are going to come next. Appreciate you watching, stay strong. The next circuit, level 3, is the hard intensity. You do this 4 times round with only 90 seconds of rest in between circuits this time. First exercise, 8 jump squats. Squat as low as you can, followed by a nice high jump. Keep it flowing so that you land into a squat position. Next exercise, 4 hand walkouts to double toe touch. So you follow the same protocol as you've done previously with the hand walkouts. This time, touch your right foot with your left hand and the left foot with your right hand. Each rep, and you do 4 rounds. The next exercise is lunge to front kick, combining 2 of the exercises you've done previously. This time the front foot remains static. Again, getting to about 90-degree angle with that knee, but then bringing the back leg up into a front kick position. Try and remain upright, and you do 6 on each side on that exercise. Next exercise, 8 cobra style press ups. It's quite a difficult form of press up. Keep your bum as high as you can, head down, and then aim the press up down and forwards, almost so you're gliding your torso across the ground. You finish with a nice high upper torso, head up looking forwards. Feel that stomach stretch, and then push back into the same position. So both in and out in the same trajectory. That's very important. Good one for the shoulders. Good stretch on the stomach as well. Plank ups. You do 4 on each arm on this exercise. You go down into a plank and then push yourself up 1 arm at a time into an elbow locked position. Again, try and keep the bottom down and don't collapse the hips. So a nice rigid posture. Again, 4 on each side on that one. Next up, we've got squat Cossacks, really good leg exercise, as wide as you can, and then shift all of your body weight onto one side and then the other side. The other leg, the opposite leg, so the non-working leg, you push your toe up towards the sky, and this makes it easier to get full depth position. You can lean forward a little bit on these to make it easier, and you do 6 on each side. Last exercise, donkey kicks, 8 of these. Quite a tricky exercise, really good for shoulders, overall core and hip flexor strength. Keep your feet bound together, imagine they're glued together, and just kick up as high as you can, landing roughly in the same position each time. So that's circuit 3.